Good afternoon, everybody. Rob Williams here with Selling Lynchburg again. Today we're here with Nicholas West, a mortgage consultant with Prosperity Home Loans, and in my opinion, the best source for your home loan needs. Stay tuned while Nick tells us what's in store for home buyers and home sellers today. Thank you. Stay tuned. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. And today we're sitting down here with Nicholas West with Prosperity Home Loans. Thank you, Nick.
Thank you guys for having me.
Oh, my pleasure. I've actually been looking forward to this interview for quite a while. We work closely every day. Nick's associated with Long & Foster. It's who I use most of the time if I can help it. So again, like I said, I've been looking forward to this interview for quite a while. So
same here.
Nick, why don't you start by go ahead and tell us a little bit about yourself?
Okay. Well, I was born and raised here in Lynchburg, Virginia. After school, Heritage Pioneers, go Heritage. Took off to Virginia Tech. 4 years later, came right back to Lynchburg and get back to work. Been married for 15 years now. We've been together for probably 20 years. 2 kids, 1 married. I'm expecting grandkids will probably be here anytime soon for that side of things. And then a 13-year-old. We're going into the teenage world.
Oh my goodness, that's exciting, huh?
Exciting, maybe.
Scary.
We'll see. Scary is probably a little more accurate. So, but yeah, just born and raised here, local guy. And
so what is it about Lynchburg that brought you back?
Probably the pace of life.
Yeah.
The pace of life around here is perfect.
That's how I feel. Like it's kind of city, but it's still small town.
It's enough to do. It's close enough to anything, the beach, the mountains, DC, whatever you want to do. And it's just a perfect pace of life. And my parents are here. My wife's parents are here. Just, again, local guy coming home.
That's fantastic. Yeah. So tell me then, what do you like to do when you're not working?
You know what? Right now, it seems that we are playing volleyball non-stop.
Yeah.
So my daughter's playing for middle school, and she plays on the travel team. So, I didn't realize that I would be a volleyball dad, but volleyball it's been awesome. And you get into it, and I'm like, why are you guys letting the ball hit the floor?
Wow.
Come on, somebody's got to go for this.
So are you coaching? Do you help coach?
No.
Just from the stands.
Right. When I see her after the game, I'm like, man, you guys got to be more aggressive. Jump after the ball. But they're doing really well. Got the first win last week over another team, so it's
that's
awesome.
Great.
Yeah.
Awesome. Tell us about Prosperity, and I know Prosperity is not your first go-around with home loans and stuff like that. But
No. Prosperity's it's about 15, 20 years old right now, and actually they were a joint venture of Wells Fargo, a previous company that I was with.
Okay.
And I wasn't working for Prosperity when they were a joint venture, but I had some good friends in the real estate business, and they said, hey, Nick, this is a time that you need to come over to this company. Their guy's retiring. They're looking for somebody new. And it just so happened, coming from Wells, we had the same operating systems. I was like, oh, I can walk right in here.
So real easy switch.
Yes, and met some of the executives for Prosperity, the Long & Foster side. I was like, you know what, this just makes sense. Right. And, talked to my wife about it a bunch of times, and I'm hesitant to make a move because once I move there, I'm there for a long time.
Right.
I don't like change, and if we're going to do this, we're going to do it for a while.
And how long has it been?
I've been here 6 years, and almost 20 years in finance now.
Wow, that's great.
Almost 20 years.
That's great. So was finance your first go-around? Like when you went to college, did you know this is what you wanted to do?
I did not. I studied business. I came back home, got a call from a recruiter. They said from Wachovia Bank, which then transitioned over to Wells Fargo. They said, hey, look, we want you to come over and take a look at this financial specialist job, see what you think. And, that's where the story started.
Right.
One of the chapters started. And it was just an awesome start. And you get to learn a lot about every aspect of finance.
Right.
And here we are.
Almost 20 years later.
Yes, 20 years later, here we are.
Oh, that's awesome. All right, so tell me a little bit more about, is there anything happening with Prosperity that the viewer should know about as far as like special loans or anything like that right now?
You know what? Prosperity likes to keep their thumb on the pulse there just to kind of see what's going on, and then they tailor specials to whatever's going on. So there's always something new kind of going on out there.
Okay.
And, I hung up a couple of things so we could actually just point to it. I don't even know if you can see it on the camera, but we've got a $10,000 guarantee for all the sellers out there. So this is saying, hey, if you take one of our clients that's pre-approved offer, we're going to close it on time.
Right.
Or you're getting paid $10,000. That's why you need to give this one a second look. And this is for clients who are not just pre-qualified, but they're fully pre-approved. They've already turned in their documentation, pay stubs, W-2s,
Right.
tax returns, those kind of things, and said, go ahead and have an underwriter look at it. I'm confident with this. And we've done all of that. All they need to do is find the house, appraisal, title, homeowner's insurance, and let's go close.
Right. And as for realtors, I mean, that's great to see. I mean, if the mortgage lender behind you is backing up saying we're guaranteeing your closing, I'm definitely going to take a look at that offer.
Exactly.
So.
And then over here with the home loan advantage for VA clients, thank you for your service. We're waiving the origination charge. That's $1,300 right now, and we're taking care of their appraisal. So, I mean, it's almost $2,000 worth of savings.
That's great.
Right
that
there.
Yeah.
And like I said, with them always keeping their thumb on the pulse, right now, first responders, we're going to take care of their origination also. So
Okay.
almost $1,300 through the end of September.
So
we're
that's
gonna take care of it.
police, fire department, ambulance, nurses,
Nurses and teachers.
and teachers.
Yes, we put teachers in there also, so all of them, no origination fee right now.
Wow, that's
till the end of the
outstanding.
month. Yeah.
Outstanding. We know the rates have been up and down.
Yeah.
They're still historically low, contrary to what the media tries to portray and everything. But tell me a little bit about what's going on in the market today with the rates.
Well, right now, nobody really knows.
Right.
So
The federal's trying to slow things down. They're trying to.
The Fed is definitely trying to slow things down right now, but they're just trying to. They can't go too fast. They can't go too slow. They want to see what the economy does and how it's reacting to their changes right now.
Right.
Because the Fed is going to move interest rates, and they've got to focus on not just our economy, but economies of other countries too.
Right.
So because Europe's not moving as fast as the U.S. right now, they're saying, okay, is it really time for us to pull back yet? We don't know that we've hit that tipping point where the economy and the inflation is really turning to come back down. So right now they just have to continue to gauge things. I would expect that the interest rates are going to continue to creep up, but like they say, the best time to buy real estate was 5 years ago, right?
Right.
You need to go ahead and get into your house and let it start appreciating, because this is one of the ways that you build wealth.
No matter where we are.
No matter where we are.
Right.
And it's all cyclical. So there's going to be a refinance, boom, somewhere down the road too. So it's not that I'm taking a 30-year mortgage and this is going to be my rate for the next 30 years.
Right.
You may not even stay in the house that long.
So, and even though they're saying housing is slowing down, it is still increasing. It's not depreciating.
Right. The value of the property and real estate as a whole, generally, that's where people build their wealth.
Right.
That's where you really get in and get some real value for that dollar.
So explain to us a little bit what's in store for home buyers.
So for home buyers, again, it's just going to be the interest rates that are inching up a little bit. But, when I talk to most clients, they're saying, okay, where's the interest rate? Oh, man, it went up a little bit. And then we say, but it only changed your payment, $18. Like, oh,
right.
Well, I can do that. I'm not going to give up this house for $18. Let's go ahead and get in there. We really got to know what that interest rate equals in real dollars. And is that going to affect your decision-making process? Because you're going to look back on this in 6 months and say, why didn't I take that house? It was only $18 more. Well, that was just a horrible mistake on my side.
Right.
But you know what? Hindsight's always 20/20. Right now, you find the house that you want, you really probably just need to go ahead and get it done.
And then start building your equity from there.
That's right. That's
Excellent.
it.
And so then if they always have the option, like you said, refinance, if the rates drop lower, but if they go higher, at least you're locked in now.
There you go.
Right.
And you're building the equity in your property.
Fantastic.
You've got to start somewhere.
Right.
You've got to start.
Right.
So.
All right. So how does that, tell me a little bit about how that transitions to the homeowners now. How does that affect them?
Well, for the homeowners, a lot of them have refinanced into a lower interest rate right there. So getting into that lower interest rate is really helping them to save money, which they should be focusing on putting that money into savings or putting it back into their home. Sometimes there's a second mortgage that they can take and say, you know what, I want to improve this.
Right.
I want to build out the basement. I want to build out the outside and just add more value back into this house. So when I get ready to sell, this is appreciated even more.
Right.
I can put a bigger down payment on my next home. Maybe we get over that 20% down payment and I'm not paying any private mortgage insurance, PMI. So there's a number of different things that you can look at. And they're going to be, we're at different phases of life. So you may need money for college, a wedding, for this, that, or the other.
Right.
So just because you're not refinancing to reduce the rate, you may be refinancing to consolidate and reduce your debt as a whole because we've had a lifestyle change and we need to make cash flow work
Right.
for our household.
Great, great. So tell me then, as a whole, where do you see us heading? Say, you know, let's take the short-term future because that's easiest to see. So 6 months down the road, a year down the road.
And so I don't have a crystal ball at
Right.
all.
None
And
of
so
us
this
do.
could be wrong in like 5 minutes. But you know what? The rates are going to continue to creep up. Things are going to slow down as the Fed's trying to gauge this and just trying to see where we're going to be slowing down. You know, their next meeting is the end of this month. They're going to meet again in a few weeks, and I would expect another federal funds rate increase, a little bump over here on the mortgage side of things.
Right.
But again, like I was saying earlier, it's only increasing the monthly payments by maybe it's $20 here, maybe it's $40 here. Does that truly stop you from getting into your house? Right. So I think we still see those purchases going along, and maybe it's more so the ones that don't have anything to sell. And they're saying, okay, I'm going to go ahead and get into something because I've got to stop renting because my rent's exploded.
Absolutely.
Pay $1,800 a month for rent, or I can go over here and buy this very nice house and start building some equity.
Yeah.
Right. So, you know, the purchases are going to continue. Refinance certainly has dropped off because of the increase in the interest rate. And I think it's the refinance is still going to be there for the client that has a financial need to do it and say, we need to restructure our debt, we need to pay for college, we need to pay for a lifestyle change that was out there. So.
Fantastic. Nick, I want to thank you so much for, you know, shining a little bit of light on that and for your time today. It's been great to learn about you and about prosperity.
Yeah, absolutely. Anytime.
Excellent. Thanks, folks. And you know what? Anytime you need a good home loan or you just want to talk finance, Nick's always around here at the Long & Foster offices. He's right next door. So feel free to pop in. And don't forget, shop local. Thanks for tuning in. Bye. Awesome.